Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. Today I'm going to give you a rules overview and review of Holly Jolly. It's ages 8 and up, 2 to 4 players, and it takes 20 to 30 minutes. Let me show you how to play.
The goal of the game is to get the most points. You get points by placing out lights or tinsel on one of these three center spots, and then the value of whatever the item is that you've added out there allows you to collect a corresponding card from the tree and sometimes get an item from under the tree. So it just says pick someone to go first. We usually pick the youngest player. And all you do on your turn is you pick one of these three cards and you place it on one of these three spots. So we'll say the first person plays this 5 on top of this 5 over here, because then the value for all of the lights is 5. You have to do the value of the card you just added. You can't say, oh, I want a value of 1 for the tinsel. If you play a light card, that's what you're going by. So then they have a choice. They can pick any of the cards that have a 5 in the corner for their tag. So they have a choice between Santa and the snowman. We'll say they go ahead and pick Santa. Santa has, this is not how many points it's worth. This is just how you get the card. The points are in the bottom corner, the little present sign, and it has 1 point just for Santa. And then it says, take an item under the tree. And they can pick any of these items. These are the presents are face up. You can see what's inside the presents, but the stockings are a mystery. So we'll say this person wants to take the stocking. If you take the stocking, you can look at it. Ooh, it's a robot worth 5 points. But you don't show anybody else. It's supposed to remain a secret. So you have it face down in front of you. And then after your turn is over, you just refill and you keep on going until either one of these decks run out. Either the presents or the ornaments run out. And for ornaments, if you're playing just a 2-player game, you take out either the snowflakes or the toy soldiers. So it's this person's turn, and we'll say they go ahead and they're going to place a tinsel. And they place a tinsel here. The total value of tinsel is 1. Sometimes you have a number and it doesn't correspond to any of the ornaments on the tree. And all you do then is the tree at the bottom, there's a 0 to 5 side and a 6 plus side. So if you have anything that's 0 to 5, you pick from this side of the tree if there isn't anything available to you on the tree. We'll say they go ahead and pick this elephant, and they lay it out pretty clearly in the rules, but this is a set. If you get 3 different stuffed toys, you get a total of 15 points. So just this one by itself is worth 1 point. If they later collect this one, the 2 of them combined equal 5 points. And then if you get the third one, which I think is a pink bunny, the 3 of them combined equals 15 points. So the scoring, they have shortcuts on the cards for what they are. It's a similar kind of thing for the toy soldiers and snowflakes. If you get toy soldiers and it's just toy soldiers, it keeps on going up the value as you collect more and more of them. So that's how that works. Then it's the next person's turn, and we'll say they go ahead and place a 5 here. So it's just 5 points again. And so now they go ahead and they're going to get the snowman. This, if you have the same, if you tie with somebody else and say 2 people collect 2 each, then you would both have the most snowmen. Ties count, and they would be worth 4 points per card. Otherwise, they're just 2 points per card, which is not quite as nice. So that's how the game works. Most of the cards tell you what to do on them. If you get this to equal 11 points, that's how you get a star at the top of the tree, which is worth 6 points. And the only other thing to watch out for is there are a couple of stockings that have coal, which are worth 0 points. So it's always really fun when you collect a stocking because you just don't know. It could be something fabulous like a 5-point robot, or you could be getting coal.
So that's how to play Holly Jolly. The target demographic for this game is a family game for the holidays, along the lines of Sushi Go, in terms of complexity and what you have going on, but I like this one better than Sushi Go. The rule complexity is low once you have the game set up. The actual game setup You have to look through the rules, make sure you have the piles all done correctly. So I would give this to somebody who has played some modern board games. If they're just used to like Monopoly and Game of Life, this isn't going to be as familiar, and there's just a couple steps getting it set up. So I would make sure that you're giving this to the right audience. How competitive is this game? It is medium competitive. You're having to place out cards and try to get the most points, and you might be taking cards that other people want, but there's not really anything where you're not stealing from anybody. There's not really much of a way to truly sabotage somebody else. Maybe you take a card they want, but there's plenty of other good cards to take. So this is a nice game because you're playing against each other, but it doesn't really seem like people are going to have hurt feelings at the end when you're done playing. The replay value is very high over the holidays, and similar games, if you like this, are 12 Days is a nice little card game that's Christmas themed, and there's secret bidding, and you're passing cards around and trying to collect the most of certain numbers in your hand. That's another one of our absolute favorites. Also, Funko has a line of little stocking stuffer games, and they're all pretty good, but our favorite of the bunch so far is the Grinch Grow Your Heart game, where you're trying to collect certain types of cards. It kind of feels Rummy-esque, and that's just another nice, light, family level card game. But Holly Jolly is pretty new, and it's become already just one of our absolute favorites. It's the one that I plan on playing on repeat this holiday season, so you should check it out. Thanks, and see you next time from Game Like a Mother.